Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the thumbnail, today I'm going to be showing you how I made this really beautiful floral nail set. I actually just made the same nail set for a custom order and I loved it so much that I wanted to make myself a pair of nails, so I decided to make myself one in my size. And I really love the coffin shape, but I feel like I haven't made it in so long, so it kind of just like brought back nostalgic vibes because I always used to do coffin shape for my own nails and I haven't done it in literally years. So I was like, you know what, let's bring it back and let me just do some coffin shaped nails for myself because I've been doing long almond or medium almond. And so I'm just grabbing my long coffin nail tips. These are from enailcouture and I'm going to be putting on my base coat. I did already prep the nails and I'm going to be putting on 2 coats of my base color called blushed clay. You can also use a base coat underneath this or a builder gel if you want to, just in case you're a beginner and you're not sure what to do. But personally, I feel like the nails come out very nice and strong without this, like without any extra layers. They come out very nice and I don't want them to be so thick to where they look unnatural and bulky on the nail. So I like when they're a little thinner and not too thin to where they'll break, but I like when they're still strong and sturdy. So 2 coats of my base color called blush clay is the perfect amount for this, like a perfect amount of polish for the base color. I am curing in between for 60 seconds and this is one of my most popular colors on my site. My nail shop with my nail supplies is called Nailsslayedbyval.com and you can use code Nailslayer in all caps to get 10% off your purchase at checkout. And I really love this color. It's one of those colors that whenever someone tries it, they just love it because it's a perfect neutral pinky nude, but it's not so pink and it's not so peach. It's just one of my favorites. It's literally my go-to color for so many of my nail sets that I have to do for my custom orders or for videos or anything like that. It's my go-to because it looks so good underneath everything. And next step I'm going to be doing, once that is cured for the full 60 seconds, I'm going to be going in with the white French tip. This is one of those designs that is just so pretty for spring and summer. So I was really excited to show you guys how I did it. I'm just going to be doing a French tip on all of the nails. French tip is one of those designs that I just love and I don't get tired of it. I feel like it looks so elegant, so classy, but like just cute at the same time. Like I don't even know how French tips were created. I know they were created a long time ago, but they're so trendy right now. I do French tips for almost every single nail set that I get asked for my press-on nail business, and honestly I don't care. I don't regret it. I don't get frustrated by it because French tips are one of my favorite designs to make. And I hated it in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't really know exactly how to do it so perfectly and I would get frustrated with myself when it wasn't so even. But thankfully my customers were always very supportive and very understanding that I was like, you know, not the 100% best at these French tips, and now I've really mastered it and it's really I really try to make them as even as possible. But even now that I've so-called like mastered the French tip, I still don't get it 100% even every single time. Like there's times where maybe one French tip will be like a millimeter like bigger or longer than the other, and it's just like bound to happen, you know, because it's hand painted. So I just try my best to make it as even as I can. And yeah, I just love the way these come out. Every time I watch my video over and I'm doing a French tip, it's so satisfying. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch this part. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be doing is grabbing my Slayed Up brush. This is my Slayed Up brush, which is meant for everything. Like you can use this to clean up any mistakes. That's why I called it Slayed Up, so you can like slay up a design, I guess. I don't know. And I like using this for so many other things, like painting clouds, painting flowers like I'm doing today, and just so many different designs that you can do with this. I've used it for lace designs, for bridal nails. I've used it to, like I said, clean up my mistakes. You can use it for shading. You can use it for so many things. You can use it to blend colors together. And I love this brush. It's going to be restocking soon on my shop, but for now, I'm going to be using this, just picking up the pink color. The color I decided to use for the pink is my neon color called Bahama Babe from my Neon Nectar gel polish collection. And I also mixed together 2 other random colors that I have here. One from Nail Reserve, which doesn't exist anymore, and another one from Nails by Dev, I think. It's like a purple one. So I had to mix all 3 of those together to get the exact colors I needed, because I wanted it to be like a mix of colors here. I didn't want it to be like just a one pink flower. I needed it to have a little bit of dimension, and I wanted it to look like little painted flowers, like painted on canvas almost. Like, you know when you paint on canvas, or like you've seen canvas paintings, that the colors are kind of like especially with oil paintings, like you see them kind of side by side and almost like touching and kind of blending together, but not quite fully blended. That's that look that I wanted to go for. And my Slate Up brush really helps me create these flowers so effortlessly, because it's more of a wider, like a wide brush. It's not a liner brush. So I really have fun painting flowers with this brush. Like literally as soon as it comes back in stock, if you haven't picked one up, pick it up and try these flowers with it. You'll have so much fun, trust me, because it's just so satisfying to create flowers with this. It just like kind of glides the petals on there for you. And the same thing when you have to paint clouds or anything like that. If you're really into fun nail designs like that, you'll really love something like this. So I'm kind of mixed together that purplish color, the other like lighter coral color, and then the neon pink, which is from my brand. I kind of just like put them side by side on my paint palette, and I was picking up a little bit of each color on the brush every time I wanted to go back in and paint a petal. And I kind of kept going back and forth until I liked the way each petal had like a mix of the 3 colors, and I love this look, like I said. So I'm kind of doing some half flowers on some of the nails, and then I did a full flower on the thumb. Since the thumb is bigger, I did a little full flower with 4 petals, and then the half flowers on all of the other nails. And I think this is so cute and tropical. Like, it's tropical, but not too much. Like, you can totally tone it down and make the flowers a little smaller, but I wanted the flowers to be more prominent, so I made them bigger. And you could totally like do tinier flowers if you wanted to, tiny half flowers, and you have more space for embellishments if you wanted that. Or if you wanted to just be more simple and not such big flowers, you can totally do that as well. And you can even switch up the color of the flowers, like mix together 3 different colors of purple, and then like try to get a pretty painted look with 3 other colors. Like, you want it to be like monochromatic, where you choose 3 colors in the same family. Like, you can choose 3 shades of blue, or 3 shades of yellow, or 3 shades of orange. Like, if you're gonna do yellow, I would recommend you add some orange in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, mix it up. And because I did purple and 2 pinks, it looks really cute. So I love pink. It's my favorite color, so that's why I love the pink flowers. And now I grabbed 2 different color greens. I grabbed one that's kind of more of like a Grinch green, and then another one that's more of like a dark forest green, and I put them side by side. And then I was kind of picking up a little bit of both colors to create the leaves. And this also gives that really pretty painted look. Anytime you want to create a really like detailed painted look like one of these, you really want to make sure that you're picking up both colors on the brush. That way you get that the exact look that I have here. And then, since these flowers are meant to kind of mimic like a hibiscus type of flower, obviously it's not 100% accurate. Like, hibiscus flowers have much daintier, thinner petals with a little bit of like a ripple in each leaf, like on each petal. Like, I can't really explain it, but I would, if I was doing really realistic hibiscus flowers, I would probably paint it a little differently. But because this still gives it the hibiscus flower type of look, I am going and adding the stems that look like that. So I grabbed my yellow color, which is called Endless Summer, and I mixed in a tiny dot of my other color called Island Sunset. Both of these colors are from my Neon Nectar gel polish collection, and I'm going to be using this to create the center. So I basically just put some dots in the center of the flowers, drag a line going outwards longer than the petals, and then I do little tiny dots at the end, and that gives a really cute hibiscus flower type of look. And then now, once that's all cured for 60 seconds, I'm going to be grabbing my rhinestone gel. This is my rhinestone gel that has a built-in brush, so it's really handy when you have to go in and apply any embellishments or anything like that, because the built-in brush helps you apply it in a very specific place, you know. So I'm going to be adding some pearl embellishments here. I'm going to be doing small pearls, big pearls, and just like a mix, and kind of placing them in random spots on the nails. I'm really focusing on placing these on the nude part only, because I'm going to be doing some 3D like water lines on the other side, which you guys will see that my rhinestone gel also works really great for that. So I'm kind of showing you guys how you can utilize my rhinestone gel if you've picked it up recently. It's become one of my best sellers on my website. I'm so grateful for all of you guys that trust me and try my product, because my rhinestone gel is literally one of my favorite products ever. I literally wanted a rhinestone gel so bad that you can use as a 3D like art gel, and then you can also use for rhinestones and little tiny stones and stuff. So when I created this, it was just like the most amazing product ever, and I'm glad that so many of you guys are loving it as well. So once I applied the pearls, I do like to top coat over the pearls. You can also use my rhinestone gel. Like if you're going to do nails for a customer or a client, these nails are just for me, so it doesn't really matter. But if you're going to do it for a customer or a client, I would recommend that you grab some of the rhinestone gel from my brand, and you put a little bit over the pearls. That way the pearl does not lose its sheen. If you guys have experience with these little pearls over time, if you use cleaning products or wash your hands a lot, or like smack your hands around a little bit, the top like layer of the pearlescent shine will like get lost over time. Like over a week or 2 weeks, it'll be gone. So you definitely want to make sure that so that your customers are able to reuse their nails, or if you're doing nails for Gel-X or acrylic in person, you want to make sure you top coat them. Cover them with a little bit of rhinestone gel, and also just really make sure to essentially just put like some type of sealer on top of them, which this rhinestone gel comes in handy so much for that. So once I do that, then you can go in and top coat, so that would be my steps if I was doing it for actual like customer. And now you can see that I'm using my same rhinestone gel with the built-in brush, and I'm going to be doing the 3D lines now. This helps so much with creating those 3D lines. Like you just have to just go in and apply it, and it's literally so effortless. Like comes in handy so much that it comes with the built-in brush. Like I used to struggle so much like using the Macart rhinestone gel, and I would just like dump it, like have to squeeze the tube. First of all, the tube was always so hard to squeeze out the product, and I would have to squeeze it onto like a little paint palette and then pick it up with the liner brush, and then it would leave my paint palette all sticky, and like it would be clear, so I couldn't really tell where the rhinestone gel would be. So it's just kind of messy, and that's why I created this product. So if you guys decide to try it, I really hope you guys like it, and thank you for your support with my brand as always. This is the end of the video now. So this is how the nail set turned out. I think it's so cute, and I love the coffin shape. Honestly, it's something that's just so nostalgic to me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, because I'm gonna have another video up tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.